It's the great rivals of USA against Canada. Pretty tough pool, this one. They've met 4 times this season. Canada have won 3 times, and the USA have certainly lifted their game later in the season. So here's the USA side. Well, they beat Georgia narrowly, 26-19 yesterday. And, well, they've got the experience of the likes of Shalom Suniula and Matt Hawkins, who is the captain. They both played in the Rugby World Cup Sevens 2009. I think perhaps the key player we've got to look for is Zach Test, wearing number 5. He's already called 75 tries. Here's Canada then. Well, they lost to New Zealand yesterday, 12-31. They too have 2 players from 2009. Phil Mack, the scrum half, is will-o'-the-wisp he is. New captain is Nathan Hirayama, and Kieran Hearn, who was also in 2009. They've certainly lost some talents, though. They've missed some key players like Tylen and Ardrona and Jeffrey Hassler, as well as Connor Traynor and Chauncey O'Toole. So they may be not quite as good as they have been later in the season, but it's a real rival between these two, isn't it?
Well, exactly right, Nigel, and that's what I like about it. Every time you get the USA versus Canada, there's always something a little bit extra underneath. I can't wait for the physical matchup, but Nathan Hirayama, for me, is going to be the difference in this game for the Canadian side. Such a ball player, so astute, and he's going to be definitely a huge influence in this game.
Very close pool D, this one then, with New Zealand and Georgia as well. Georgia being quite a difficult team to get over. USA with just 7 points yesterday. Here they come then on this hot, steamy day again, and as we've seen, quite a, well, soft grass. We've seen a lot of players slipping over here, and there's a man who's really key. Their captain, Matt Hawkins, who's first started about 5 years ago and has been a very good leader to this side. From Australia, very experienced referee, Anthony Moyes. Absolutely key, this game between these two. Canada, of course, they haven't had a win yet, but Georgia beaten by USA.
Make some noise!
USA, who qualified through the Caribbean qualification with North America in Ottawa, and also, of course, Canada at the same time in August 2012. The big encounter then between these two keenest of rivals, and immediately Phil Mack has gone all the way himself. Well, that's a perfect start, wasn't it? Phil Mack, who has missed 4 events this season with hamstring troubles, but what a start there for the man who's been playing for Canada for 7 years now.
And it was a great tap back from Sean Duke, I think it was, down to Phil Mack, who hit it on the fly. But the setup from the USA, very, very unusual. They got 5 in the front line. They went down the middle of the park, as we see the conversion here. Here's a good.
Just missed, but that's a perfect start, isn't it? Gives you the confidence in the first moment. Phil Mack, based with UVic Vikes in Victoria. Kieran Hearn then. Great to get a try within your first minute. Into the hands of Nick Edwards. One of the quick men in this side. Hawley passed it on wide, just outside their own 5 meters. Stays in play. Good work with Matt Hawkins. Tackle comes in well, though, from Phil Mack in cover.
He's done well in the sweeper role, has Phil Mack, the little man. It was literally David and Goliath. Look at that, it's like a Mack truck against a skateboard, but Phil Mack, great technique.
27-year-old, one of the smaller players in the game, but one of the most talented. Here he goes again, then, into the hands of Hirayama, the new captain. Good break by Hirayama. Phil Mack again, into the hands of Harry Jones. Just held on by Nick Edwards.
Ruck with form.
Ruck was form, says Anthony Moyes. Penalty to Canada inside the USA 22.
What a brilliant run there from Nathan Hirayama from first 5. And the second was he was so deep, so he was able to change his angle here. And the Canadians just slow play down, set it up. Got a set play.
Harry Jones. Moonlight sets it up. Now it's De Goody. Good pass wide to Sean Duke. Can he make it? Yes, he does. He's had an outstanding season. This guy who had troubles early on in the season when he cracked his ribs. But that is a tremendous start now for Canada, their second try. And that, believe it or not, is his 89th try that he has played for Canada.
He created the first one, tapping it back for Phil Mack, and on this occasion is a great missed pass from Nathan Hirayama, who made the break initially. Found a lot of space on the wing, and he's a big man too. Sean Duke.
Way off the conversion attempt by Nathan Hirayama, but 2 tries to 0.
United States, Canada 10.
2 key missed tackles for the USA. It's cost them. Set up by Duratulu. Now from Suniula. Zach Test. Set up by Matt Hawkins. And again, Turatalo. Can't get the break at the moment, though. On from Nua. Good tackles coming from Canada here. Hawkins wide. Turatalo again. Perhaps a chance on the short side here. Duratalo, he's made the break. Surely he's going to coast in here. Well, he's careless, really. Almost threw it forward into the hands of Nick Edwards. Gets the score back. But he sort of coasted, didn't he? I mean, he thought, well, he could have got it so easily himself. I mean, it was a risk. It was a risk.
Well, that's the thing I was exactly going to say. It was a huge risk. It was good inside pass there. Little footwork on the big man, little in and away, and he should have just backed himself there.
Oh, my goodness me.
That is very close.
It's so weird, wasn't it, a forward pass? But it wasn't. So back come the USA. Nick Edwards. Well, he once quit playing sevens, but came back in Dubai at the start of this season. Man born in Sydney and has played over the years for Sydney University as well, but now full-time contract with USA. So with the conversion, just 3 points now, the difference. Canada lead by 3. Away by Harry Jones and Hirayama. Kieran Hearn, one of those who's played in both Rugby World Cup 15s and also World Cup 7s as well. Harry Jones, is that forward? No. John Moonlight. Here's a chance for Phil Mack again. Switches to the open side. Well, that's careless. Loose into the hands of the USA. Advantage being played, said Anthony Moyes. Nice little flick back there. Oh, a bit of chaos here. Ball there. Eventually it's coming Canada's side, is it not? No, someone on the wrong side. Chance here for the USA. Hooters sound for half-time. So the last play here. Edwards again. He's quick, but he's held by Sean Duke and kicked away sensibly by Kieran Hearn into touch. Half-time. 10 to Canada. United States 7. Corey, is he okay? There's a little knock at the very end of that game.
A very scrappy half from both teams. Canada got off to the better start. You can see there what the toll has taken this heat, the amount of tackles that the United States have had to make.
He looks pretty tired already, doesn't he, Duatalo? So half-time, very close here and very important in this Pool D here with New Zealand and Georgia.
Speaking to the Canadian coach, Kieran Crowley, as we go into the USA huddle with Alice Magleby.
Kick for that ball over there.
I'm not a passer. Just move the ball to you, right?
Position in the United States. Some question as to whether the coach is going to be cited for not CITED but cited for next season as well. There's Matt Hawkins.
When you slow the ball down, let the ball.
Coach Geraint John for Canada. Certainly missed a few of his key players. 2 of them going off to the Ospreys and therefore no longer playing in the Sevens. That's in Wales where they will play next season. Big disappointment for him, that was.
I was about to say before that I spoke to Kieran Crowley, who's the coach of the 15-a-side team in Canada, and he said their guys were very disappointed in their first 7 minutes against New Zealand. Didn't really play up to their expectations. Came back and scored a couple of good tries in their first game against the New Zealanders. So they got off to a better start here, but the United States enjoying a lot more possession and making the Canadians tackle them.
Well, certainly I thought one of the USA might be, one of the top teams in this competition. The way they were playing at the back end of the season of the HSBC Sevens, when they won in the plate final as well in Glasgow and at London, the last 2 tournaments. So 3 points in it as Nua starts it, goes straight in to touch.
It's a huge mistake there, straight from the kick-off. It's a free kick at halfway for the Canadians. Phil Mack will be on the ball.
Free ball for Canada. Phil Mack then. So much experience. 26 international HSBC 7 Series tournaments. Careless been Sean Duke, but it's okay. Still held onto it. Support from Kieran Hearn. Hariyama. Little check here by Harry Jones. Been very elusive so far. Into the hands of John Moonlight, and it goes to Sean Duke. He gets the try. He's done it well. His try.
That's a second for the game, Sean Duke. Created 1 and scored 2. To see him flying down the touchline and watch him dive early just to make sure. There's no way the defence coming across from the USA could stop that. Hasn't he been a difference in this game? Sean Duke, he's been huge.
Well, they missed him certainly during the season when he was injured. Absolutely outstanding. Hirayama then, captain. So they're not getting the extra 2 points from the conversions. It's 3 tries to 1, but it's 15-7.
Well, it feels like the United States are well out of this, but if they get a converted try, they're only 1 point behind, and then anything can happen. They haven't looked likely so far, but that's the beauty of this game of sevens. It can change with the bounce of the ball, a miss of a tackle.
And those conversions can be so important, can't they?
Definitely.
At least Canada have an 8 lead.
Come on.
Good restart, should have been taken by Nanyak Dala, player who's been captain throughout the season, but Hirayama took over for the Rugby World Cup sevens. Now USA under pressure, Suniula setting it up, then Zach Test. Got a release, quickly taken is the penalty, into the hands of Suniula again. Wide from Brett Thompson, who's come on, and this is Anufi. Breakthrough here, and is a chance for Brett Thompson. This will bring USA back in to this encounter. Well, a new man of this season, Brett Thompson from Arizona, very athletic, and has a father who's been very much a rugby high school coach, and helped him through his years of rugby. And now it's really close.
What about the pass from Mako Nufe? He was going to deck, he had a defender draped around him, he got the right hand ball away to Brent Thompson, who showed a lot of strength, and we just spoke about the United States get back into it. Well, they are now 1 point difference. Here we go.
Well, this keenest of rivals, USA Canada, and just the last quarter of the game to go. Absolutely key, this encounter, certainly for Canada, because they lost to New Zealand. Oh, danger here. A little switch away by Anufi again. Good hands into Nua. Now with Suniula, little chip through. Just too strong. Brett Thompson couldn't get there.
Oh, an interesting tactic. I think they could have just held the ball there,
Yes.
Thompson. They didn't need to kick it away. As you know, Nigel, possessions, the key to sevens rugby. They're on the right end of the field. You've got to have the ball. The body language of this United States team.
Chance, it was too strong, you see.
Okay, thanks.
Too wide an
Hold the
angle.
thrower, please, this way.
Yeah. Keep the ball in your hands if you can. That's the key.
Okay.
What tension now there is. 15-14. Canada lead USA by 1 point. Taken though by John Moonlight. Behind the goal, Hirayama. Going for the break here. That's Justin Douglas who comes on.
Play touch.
Touch given. 2 minutes, that's all.
We have a line out.
Well, they don't have to rush here, the United States. They just need to execute properly, get their line out sorted.
He's coming, yep.
Well, Nick Edwards is one of the quickest players in the game.
Okay.
Perhaps they can give him a bit of room on the far side. They haven't brought on Colin Isles, who's the quickest man in sevens ever been. Hirayama. Well, it looks like the next score will be the one that win. Penalty quickly. Canada take it. There's an overlap here. Thrown away. But still with Canada. Phil Mack.
Great work, Nick Edwards, the number 2 for the United States. He had an overlap, he come up and made the read, shut the play down, got up again and made the all-telling tackle, which created the turnover. He's given his team an opportunity with only a minute left.
Trying to give something for Taylor Paris there to knock on, absolutely critical. And has been playing for Glasgow Warriors, of course.
Carlin Isles has just come onto the field. Is he going to be the one who's going to go to the far side, give him the ball?
Well, he's in the right place here in the Olympic Stadium, isn't he? The man who has run just over 10.1 over metres.
Time on.
They'll send him to the right where it's going to be a one-on-one battle. The halfbacks are on this side, so if he can get it, you will see him top of the screen there, Nigel.
Yeah, Karen. It's put in for the USA. Inside the last minute, and here's Carlin Isles. Can he go round? Hirayama. Not this time. Zach Test was covering as well. Hawkins, oh, was it? No, it went backwards, wasn't forward. Real chance, perhaps. Good block by Nagyak Dala.
Great work there from Nagyak Dala, the number 3 for Canada. He saved them here. The ball should have gone wide. And that's a mistake by the United States. It was Mako Nufet. He took it in. He had a man on the outside. Didn't release him, and now all Canada need to do is win the scrum and they'll take the game.
Just 10 seconds, that's all. And they're using up the time. And I reckon Phil Mack will put this into touch because the time is up. He'll kick out. Well, he's given it to Hirayama, and it's safe for Canada. And what an exciting finale that was. But for Canada, they have the win over their greatest rivals, the USA, by just that 1 point difference. So let's go down and hear from Seb Lozier.
Well, score of 2 tries there for Canada. Sean Duke. Sean, you've set yourselves up now for a massive game against Georgia. How do you approach that one?
This game is huge, and we understand that we need to score a lot of points and keep them off our end zone. So we're gonna do our best to work hard.
That's all. Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.